Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Voraktee, and welcome to my Dream Daddy Let's Play. It has been quite some time before I got on the old dad horse, as it were, but we're gonna continue the game. Wait, what did I just do now? Yes, we gotta load. Oh, let's load these. No, I'm gonna just select this one right here. This has been a while. Yeah, it's been 9, 10, 11, 2 months since I played this bad boy here. But we're gonna get back on it.
You've got
Dads, yeah. And I think for a lot of the dads, we actually went on a lot. Well, no, we didn't get on his second date yet. What else we got? I think we did his second date. Yeah, we did that. And I'm told that when you finish the third date, that's kind of like you locking in there. You know, you don't get a choice. Don't get a chance to date the other dads. And let's see here. And we got Hugo that we got to do still. We got Joseph and Brian. And I got a request from Rosemary to do Brian's date, so we're gonna do Brian's date now. That's gonna be us. Brian's date, us and Brian, even though I'm not a fan of Brian, but they set us up to not quite like Brian exactly. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? Oh, I have a message from Brian. Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad-off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still, though, I have to accept. I type back to Brian. Sounds great, man. Super excited to catch all those fish. Make sure your mower is in good working order because you're going to be all over my lawn this weekend. That'll show him. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I had previously forgotten existed. Man, that's gonna be a rough start. Amanda comes into the room from the kitchen, eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece like some kind of monster. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese, not chompy cheese for a reason, Amanda. Did you just call me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique or what? No, Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I get to play with Brian's dog. How do I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scouts, didn't you? Nope. My stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional. Thought I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to, like, be outside and tie knots and stuff. But I have to beat Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied for a job at that coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher. Totally me. During the interview, they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine. I said I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On that first morning, there was a line out the door, and within half an hour, I had severely burned my hand, and they told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that. Of course I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. What do horses have to do with fish and burns? Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Please try explaining it to me. Okay, he just thinks that he's so much better than me, and he purposefully reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game. Is that why you think it's what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, I know that's what's happening. All right, Pops. We should both get getting some sleep. See you in the morning. Night, Panda. Oh, this is gonna go well. I'm sure I'm gonna be doing a fishing minigame, and it's just not gonna go well. It's very bad. I assume it's gonna be very bad. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay, sleep. Sleep. I'm wide awake. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on, but before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot and muggy, the air thick with bugs. I picked at mosquito bites while my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On the long drive home, my father bought me a pack of cigarettes and didn't say a thing. Dang, what an experience. That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. Great. Yeah, and here's the lake. I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water's placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. Why is the scary music on? I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait. And wait. And wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. You used the wrong lure. I look up and see my father. Oh, this is a dream. This is not actually, yeah. I look up and see my father just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all of the lures in my tackle box are the exact same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting it again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water, sinking further and further. I see the multitudes of fish that have been lying just below the surface, all swimming around as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta use a neutral buoyancy lure if you're trying to catch a trout, buddy. Ah, I jolt awake to the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I crockily slip on clothes and get ready. Also me. I spot Amanda's door half open and see her curled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss in the forehead. Oh, she's got a nice camera. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. That's me too. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda, I'll get up in a minute. Yeah, we have similar sleeping habits here, me and Amanda. All right, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blanket to wave me away. I leave her room and make myself some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. Ah! I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Or perhaps some sort of early morning creeper killer. Who knows? I hope so. Ah, no, it's Brian. Still rubbing her eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Classic. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was born ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side of the door and open it. Woof, woof. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. Oh, what an adorable little dog. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let Voraktee sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to Maxwell, and Daisy immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. Glory. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch the trees pass by. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here. Little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I brought everything we need so that we can catch some trout, have a nice little fire, and enjoy nature. My fishing pole is in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could, borrow? But of course. It's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I am digging a hole here. I stare at the forest lining the highway. The sun is barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink light through the trees. For a split second, I spot a deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. After a night's quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing that opens up to a magnificent lake. Pardon me. Well, here we are. Ah, beautiful. I step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us, barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and the cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe awaiting. Of course he does. Brian. Oh, how great. It's still in one piece. Hold on. Help me out with Maxwell. I help Brian place a tiny dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell. Adorable. Woof, woof. All right, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. Maybe if I fall in, you'll save me. Near thanks. Yep, that's the one. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me. Suit yourself. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks. You kids want a fish? Dan, I'm good with just throwing rocks in the water. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water. Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them. Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want a fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore the woods and look at bugs and stuff. All right, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts the life vest around himself and we all throw our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place, looking out over the front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake. Here we are, the middle of the lake. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk and dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early. Yeah, I know. That's pretty common fisherman knowledge after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man? You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish. You can catch more than one? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm gonna catch, obviously. I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children? More than that. Let's say, if I win, I get your weed whacker. The Whacker Master of 2000? That's a limited edition! But if you win, you get my pole saw. The Reach and Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one. Crud. The Reach and Cut 3000 is state-of-the-art. My weed whacker's a prized possession, but there are those hard-to-reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. Watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts it into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and at the pole in my hand. I put some bait on the hook. I insult the fish. Stretch before physical activity. Because I'm such a pro fisherman, I anticipate a lot of quick physical movements over the course of this fishing session. To prepare for such activities, I will now stretch my body so that it is limber and ready for battle. That's very responsible of you. I do a few calf stretches, some bicep pulls, and crack my neck several times. I bend over and try to touch my toes, but just can't make it happen. I can barely get the tips of my fingers past my shins. Woo! Alright, my nubile body is now lithe and pliant for perfect wrangling, for wrangling every trout in this lake with my bare hands. Now what? Perform the fishing mania call, tie a knot or something. I take my pole and try to tie an elaborate-looking knot to impress Brian. The classic hunter's bend. I learned that one in my youth. Yep, this one isn't coming apart anytime soon. With this knot, I will cast my heavenly line upon the unsuspecting water and deliver unto us a bountiful harvest. Ha-ha. I look over to Brian. He doesn't seem to be paying attention. Let's cast this sucker. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can. Ha-ha! The lure flies off the line and sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a sploosh. Not just a sploosh, a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judged the wind speed wrong. This cold air drives the pressure down. Huh. Go ahead and take my pull. I know it's hard switching to a new pull you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. Ryan hands me a pull with a smile, and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. Oh boy. Are we gonna catch that fish? Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Fishing around here is easy. I group up. All you gotta do is line up 3 of the same species and reel them in. Ah! Yes, like some sort of matching game, like a crushing of the fish, but maybe candy. I need to match 3 of the same species. I can't tell which fish is fish. Okay. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, I get it now. Okay, I get it. Ah, jeez, they keep changing. What do I do? Oh, balls. Oh, balls. Yeah. Ah, crud. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Here we go. Those ones. There we go. There we go. Oh, those ones. Nope. Nope. That's elected salmon. Like most salmon, they swim upstream. You're taking my time, Brian. Oh, here we go. Catch of the day. Oh, dang, look at that, dude. 2 catches of the day. Here we go. We got, yeah, here we go. There's 3. Oh, jeez, these fish are all very fishy. They smell super fishy and they keep changing. That's the hard part. Here. No, not like that. Not like that. Oh, this one. Right here. There we go. Yeah, we need more of this fish. Need this fish right there. There we go. I'm fishing for a brishin. They all look the same to me. Oh, they all look so similar. This is a hard game. I am gonna get boned here by fish. Ah, jeez, you guys see any? You guys see any? I don't see. I see almost none. They keep. Oh wait, these are different. That one's the same, but I can't put it there, can I? No, I can't. Oh wait, this one here. Yes. Okay, there we go. And then this one here. Yes. And oh, catch of the day. We got 2 catches of the day. We gotta catch all the days. I'm gonna bring this down here. There we go. No, I'm fishing. That's me fishing. Hello, fishing. Nope. Oh, okay. Okay. It's very hard to fish. This is not how I thought fishing would be. No, not at all. Oh, jeez, it changed. It changed into the same thing. I think it changed into the same thing. Oh, nope, nope. I don't care what you have to say. I need to catch more fish. Crud, crud, fish, fish, fish. Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's one. That's one right there for whatever you're talking about. Okay, more fish. I can do one more. I do one more. I can't see anymore. Oh, the fish keep changing on me. Oh, crap. Oh, there's one. No, dang it. Oh, no. S+, perfect. Look at that. Catch of the day. S+, not just S. S+. It's like it's better than an S, or so they say. I think. Well, this is way too. Wait, no, this is not him. Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. Yeah, that was really. God, my mind was boggling. Did you ever see a boggled mind? If you haven't before, that was you could go back about a minute or 2. You'll see a boggled mind again. I look over to Brian, who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly, the fishing pole jumps in my hand. I reflexively tug upwards. I think I got something big. The tip of the pole dips down repeatedly and the line starts to run. Reel it in. I finally get the fish right up next to the boat. It's long and beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hands me a net. It's all yours. I lean down and notice that my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is bigger than all the ones Brian's caught. The bull is all mine. All mer. The entire canoe tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake, but I got S+. Oh, I hope Brian saves us. I should have taken the life vest. I thought I did. All of a sudden, I am embraced under the water and pulled into Brian's arms. I've finally drained upward, sputtering water. All of our gear floats on the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles, having a great time. I don't know. You all right? Does that count as one? Well, seeing as all of our fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Brian laughs. Let's get you to shore. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. Yeah, really good on you, Voraktee. That seems about right. We row back to shore with Maxwell in tow. Oh, hi there, chest hair. And once we get back to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glisten in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. I'm gonna get a fire going so we can dry off. Wanna hand me yours? Yes, okay. I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it at Brian. I suddenly wish I had done more sit-ups in my life, or any sit-ups at all, really. Another thing you've bested me in. Stupid sexy Brian. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like the only lunch we'll have. The day's young. We can catch more fish from the shore. Once Brian gets the fire going, I sit and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple lures out by the water's edge. We're probably gonna have to put the kibosh on the competition for now. Until another day. My stomach growls. I don't know about that. You hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars. That sounds actually pretty good right about now. I have a small child. I am flushed with snacks. Brian joins me by the fire and I accept the cargo short granola. And now we're back to waiting. Where did the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids. Cue some sort of horror movie chase. That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They probably established a small rural government by this point and installed themselves as leaders. I take a look around at the sun cresting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm, golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. Wow! Nature is beautiful! A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks! Here you go, bud. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. Ugh. I've always hated how this stuff smells. Really? I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside. Maybe you and I have different sentiments on the outdoors. Maxwell comes bounding up to me, a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. Throw the stick towards the woods. Fake out throw. No, that would be mean. Break the stick in half to assert your dominance. Neither of those things are nice. Why would you do that to a small dog? That's a small, cute doggo. You must throw the stick when a dog comes at you with a stick. You have a necessity, an obligation, I say, to throw it. That is just the truth. That is the law. You could go to jail if you don't throw that stick. It's true. Doggo jail. Look it up. It's a thing. I'm sure it's on Wikipedia. I totally wouldn't have made that article by the time you finished watching this. Yeah. Sure. Anyways, I hurl the stick as hard as I can towards the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him, which, consequently, is not very fast. It is very cute, though. Nice throw, Voraktee. I turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back to me clearly, proud of himself. Look at me, I brought you the stick back. Good boy, Maxwell. You're a very good and speedy boy. You're the world champion of fetch. It's time for the pets. What's the plan? But pets never fail. Scratch behind the ear. Rub that belly. Maxwell rolls over and lets me rub his belly. He wiggles on the grass, clearly loving it. I feel like a bit of a third wheel here. Where are my belly rubs? Oh. I'm so flustered I can barely say anything. I just focus on petting Maxwell and hope Brian doesn't notice how much I am sweating. While I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begin to routinely pull up on Brian's lines. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them and frying them up in a cast iron pan. Before we know it, we have a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods, looking totally unscathed. Whoa, Dad Bod Patrol. I'm gonna have to issue both a citation and demand you put both your shirts on. There are children present. Brian tosses me my now dry shirt. I pull it over my head, thankful that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. Where have you guys been? Studying entomology. What? We were playing with bugs. I expect you guys to be more covered in, like, mud and stuff. Daisy looks offended. What do you take me for, a child? What do you take me for? Huh? Wow, I'm offended. Oh. Amanda puts a hand on Daisy's shoulder. You're right. Well, we take a seat around the fire and serves us all generous piles of fish on our paper plates. I'm not a huge fan of fish, but that does sound good, the way they described it. It's absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be good at everything? Fish taste okay? Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, mouths full of fish. It's incredible. I've never had fish this good. Yeah, it's great. Old Harding family recipe. Why are your pants wet? Well, Amanda, we were out there in the lake and then I accidentally tipped over the boat. Don't worry, all of the gear floated to the surface so we didn't lose anything. Right, Voraktee? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Wow, I can't believe he just covered for me. Huh, I can't believe it. Gosh, he even out-humbles me. He's trying to beat me at everything, including my own world-famous sense of humility. Ugh. How dare he? The fiend. We finish our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack the station wagon and let Maxwell into the back seat. The poor pup falls asleep in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day. Been an ordeal today, bud. Let me drive you guys home. I want to prove that I'm the most awake dad on the block, but yeah, I'm beat. Fine. As we drive away, I take one last look at the lake, disappearing behind us, and smile. Ooh, this is a good song. I rest my head against the window, and on the low rumble of the dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep. Nah. Hey, sleepyhead. I open my eyes and realize that I had dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wipe a bit of drool off my chin. Definitely me. Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes, just in case we suddenly have to jump into any sort of conflict, so I'm super awake for it, and ready to fight with my strong arms. It's all good. You earned some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming out with us today. I had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, yeah? You too. Take it the easiest. Ryan chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. Amanda and I get inside and immediately collapse on the couch. Long day. Yep. I was so close to that pulsar. Pulsar? Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish and... Stop. Why do you care so much? Amanda Panda, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number and he's rubbing my face in it. Dad, I love you, but you're kind of dumb sometimes. Dumb? Or clearly the superior dad. You know what? I don't have any of the energy required to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Night. Amanda slides off the couch and face down on the floor. That's why she went down. Whoop. I don't think I've ever seen her go down like that. I am a tired slug. Amanda, that floor is disgusting. I don't care. Well, night, honey. Night, Pops. Yeah. First is the worst, second is the best, and I don't know about the third. Yeah! Date complete! Yeah! 101, that many, but yes, S-rank.
Let me mow your lawn this weekend.
Aw, you know what? Let me mow your lawn this weekend. We got a lot of energy saving, grill dad, a belly laugh, competition, plenty of competition, and outdoors, and just a little bit of corgi, though I wish our corgi bar was filled up all the way. I think the corgi bar is the most important bar to fill up. I think, wouldn't you say?
Welcome.
So I would say so. I would say so. But that was a fun little fishing expedition. That mini game was actually really difficult. I was not a fan that the fish kept changing. Those fish already were hard enough as it was to kind of tell the difference between them, for them to change repeatedly like that. I don't play those kinds of games very often, so getting thrown in the middle of that was definitely me not knowing what the heck I was doing, and yet somehow getting S+. I don't know how that happened. I was totally blind luck. Totally blind luck. I don't understand. But guys, let me know what you thought of that hate in the comments below. If you've seen that tape below, was it that hard for everyone else? Or was everyone getting S+ up there? I gotta know. And if you enjoyed the episode, please do remember to leave me a like as well. But I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing. Either way, thank you so much for making my play experience your play experience. Please remember to go out there with your fishing pole and cast it safely into the water with your lure still on and intact, and sit there waiting for hours and hours and hours, and then finally, when you get a bite, pull it, reel it in fast, yes, until you finally break it, breaches out of the water, and it's hanging on your pole. It is the wild, fishy, slimy subscribe button for you to press, and then maybe play later if you want, if you haven't already, for my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.